back to Praggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Praggers, and this is Techtonica. Just move the mic. In the last episode, we found the dig site and a few other things up on Sierra, and now we're looking. We set up some temporary sensor block makings. As well, up on Foundry, just a temporary. But I've been a little busy. I have automated Samsonite. No, Sesamite. There we go. No, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So I've automated production of the sesamite sand. Sesamite powder, sorry, it's not the sand, it's the powder. To be automated into our system. So that is now going to be taking the powder. We also have another signal to look at up in Sierra, but if we go up to Foundry, you can see the powder is automated coming out. I've got it needs sensor blocks, and the sensor blocks need relay circuits, which I've done. So yes, so I have increased production here. Oh, interesting. But we're not getting any sesamite sand out. I think that means that the power's stopped on Sierra. It has indeed. There we go. So that'll then start processing. So how are we doing? 70,000. Okay. As you can see, I made the stairs easier for us to get out. So what's that? Sand remaining within the pump is 14,000. Dig speed, the pump is 2,007. I don't know, I don't really understand that, but all we need to know is it is now processing and the sand is disappearing. I have turned off archive in terms of sand production because we weren't touching it, so it was just a waste of power and bits and pieces. But once we've cleared out Sierra, we can then move that whole production up to the next one. Right, so yes, so if we head back to Foundry, and I can carry on showing you what we've done. So yeah, you can now see the sand is coming in, and it is both going along there, and I've duplicated over here so we can get the powder out here, and then that's backing up in those, and then it's going through the system back, and the same goes here in exactly the same way. So we are processing the sesamite sand as much as we can, which is good news, because that is going to hold us up. Right, how are we doing? We've got 32, so we stick those in there. No, those in there. Seven. Okay, so I only need, right. So 4, 2. There's 5. And then I just need 10 sensor blocks. So we've got 8, 9, 10. There we go. And that will allow us to unlock the next level on Sierra. Which is nice. So we can come down here and go and plug those in and look at this signal. Right.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Root cause.
Okay. And we're also going to pop these in. And that has unlocked the next technologies.
Terminal upgraded. Crusher and scrap ore processing technologies available.
Sesamite sand mixing. Ooh, sesamite powder with sand. To make sesamite sand? Why would you do that? Enables a slow process in which assemblers can produce basic slabs via scrap ore. Okay. Electrical set, gold. Crusher Mark II, which we don't have yet. Scrap. Okay. Mass production cooling system. I am going to take that because we are going to need that. But what else have we got? Assess my gel and gearboxes. Processor arrays. I'm going to take that because that will help with our power needs. Okay. Right, let's see if we can find our way to this signal. Because I think it was through here. The other thing I am going to do is take care of these roots because they give me plant matter bricks, and I'm currently using plant matter bricks to produce a large amount of what am I producing a large amount of? Carbon powder. So this comes down here. Oh.
Each of these symbols contains more information than the entire AnnexCal databank. So this is going to be the mother of all book reports. But I'll do my best. I'm going to call the aliens Cylaxians, but they don't really call themselves anything. I don't think they name things at all.
Oh. Whoops.
Was this their world? Were they here before us?
They're here now, I think. They definitely made this calyx and other calyxes. Hundreds of them. Millions? Or maybe it's made out of them. Or... I'm sorry, they don't frame anything the way that we do, but... Did you grow up in the country, sir?
I grew up in a small village, and then it was gone. But continue.
Well, if you think of the universe as a farm, you might imagine the Cylaxians as a bunch of very unfriendly farmers.
I see. And by virtue of its mineral wealth, I assume calyx is some sort of crop?
No, sir. Calyx is a pesticide. And you know what that makes us.
I do, Sergeant. It makes us resistant to pesticide. and I'm starting to feel extremely unfriendly myself.
Sand elevation diminished. Local signal deciphered. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
I mean, I imagine. Ooh.
The thing is, sir, the Cylaxians wouldn't think of us as their enemies. They see us like a plague, like a thing that happens, not a thing that is.
A response to a force of nature, I understand. But a lack of personal animosity is hardly an excuse for xenocide.
I'm not defending them. They believe that if a species is desperate for what Calyx has to offer, has the tech to get there, the ability to break through its surface, and the willingness to drag it all home, that same species will inevitably become like locusts who eat the entire galaxy. So, they bring us here instead, and somehow that shuts us down forever.
But why all the pageantry? Why not just destroy us and be done with it?
Well, this is where it gets even weirder. These symbols talk about assimilating us into some kind of greater purpose, but if it went the way this describes it, the entire crew should have lived. They should have become brain-dead worker zombies, with a few of us sucked into these cubes to guide them and be mindless intermediaries for our own tech.
Yet we are far from mindless. And to assimilate us for what?
I don't know.
Hello?
The symbols read like this greater purpose is so obvious it doesn't even need to be explained. But whatever it is, it definitely kicks off the end of humanity. Not just the few of us who were lucky enough to be here.
Perhaps this is where the groundbreaker and the cryogenic interruption stepped in. Though none of this explains how Mirage seems to have avoided death, or cubism in equal measure. We must find more of these sites.
What does this give us? HP Glide 2. Okay. Okay. So we are on the right track, but we are done for now. Whoops, glitchy. And then here. And then, yeah, we can decode another one, but I don't think we can reach it yet. It's too reachy.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Qualities and quantities.
Yeah. Because that's not showing up. Probably because of the fact that we've already discovered it. I think... Yeah. Yeah, so that's fine. So let's head to X-ray and see if we've got any more green spheres. Okay, so they're producing there, but not here. Why not? Because we're backed up on Kindlevine. Ugh. The problem with Kindlevine. So we do have a Kindlevine problem in the extracts. Oh, this has stopped. Here. Yeah, because it's empty. Plant matter. Same for you. Because that's making carbon powder bricks, which we're storing in here. And then these are coming around here to produce the bricks to make the frames, which we've got going into there. But that's nothing new. I'm assuming this is it's not backed up. So these aren't processing, why not? Motors. But it is going to be the relay circuits. So bricks. Oh, yeah, this was the other thing that I set up. This should be producing. What should this be producing? Oh. No slab, but it's not. What's that? Oh, iron powder and carbon powder. Okay. So what's... Right, so we got carbon powder. Here, which it's putting in. So it's the iron powder that we're not. We need to collect that from Victor. Because that's not Victor, Lima. Way down. In here. Because it should be up here. Over here. Oh yeah. That'll do. We're feeding that all back into the system, so that is all backed up, but it's producing, so that's fine. Right, so if we go back to X-ray, go. That'll start producing. That was the steel mixture, which we then put into here, which then goes into here and gets smelted into iron slabs. They then come up here and here, come into here. There they are. And get threshed into iron, steel ingots. is in there. I think we can probably turn that off. Why is that? Oh, because it takes 20 clay. And that's dirt. Oh, because, yeah. It's because the Kindle Vine's backed up, we're not producing enough plant matter. Because this is full of Kindle Vine. Right, I am going to put plant matter frames that I've got on me in there, because I don't know why I'm holding on to them. Going up. So is it just not being used up here, or what's going in here? Okay. Right, I'm gonna stick these in here. So, yeah. Heating generators with dynamic heat and electric conduction. Because I know that it's used. Threshed from Shiverthorn extract, and Kindle Vine. I wish I had something that could be used for, but okay. So we could lantern mixture bricks. I mean, it would make it easier to it would make it easier to store. That's a point. So that produces 500 bio bricks, carbon powder bricks, and sesamite gel. Crikey. Can be used in conjunction with various technologies to create usable seeds as required. Infused limestone. Blast inserters. Monorail depots. Large brakes and electrical sets. We've got electrical sets being made over here, haven't we? Yeah. Interesting. What is output is for? Electrical sets, plumbers, bricks. Interesting. I don't know why that's stopped, but okay. Process arrays. That is processor arrays. 20. Assessment cooling gearboxes. We've got gearboxes over here. And they're just sat there. That would simplify. Assessment cooler. And we do have a lot of sesame coolant. Right, I need to store We'll sort that out in a second. There we go. That's got power up. That's going to start taking that out. That's going to start producing, and then we're going to start getting some more stuff down here. If that'll produce that, then that's fine. Just because I don't really see what else we can really do with that. Right, assess my coolant. Let's have a look. That's a Victor. Yeah. Do you know what? I think what I might do is I've got a load of these and I can mass produce them, so I'm going to change this to iron components. I'm going to stop that. And then what I'm going to do is take that, bring that round, put that there. So that can produce a bit more quicker. Let's stick those in. Okay. Now, I'm fairly certain that. There's a blast. I cannot put drill bits in. Yep. So what about the electric ones? Oh, have I not got any spares on me? Oh, interesting. Have to go get some of those. Okay. So that's the powder. Where was that? Foundry. Huh. Because I'm fairly certain that if I put you down, yeah, I can't. I'm fairly certain I've got it unlocked. Yeah. So you can take stuff that make carbon powder out of it by blasting it. But it is the... oh yeah, it's smelters and blast smelters. But I can't currently. Okay, so we are processing the sand quite well. But that's going down to Victor. The other thing we could potentially do, and I'll probably do off camera, is send... let's get in. Yeah. Because I'm not going to be able to get it up. Hoyo. That's my problem. Because we've just got so much Shiverthorn extract that I'd need to do it the old-fashioned way. Whoops. Because I'm just thinking, if we can get a Shiverthorn extract here, you're copper, aren't you? Yeah. Good to me. But hang on. I can't believe there's not a recipe to make those easier. I'd have to thresh these. But that's okay, because that's what I'm doing with the steel, isn't it? Up here. I take that and thresh. Yeah, that's all backed up now, which is good, because that just means these will keep producing, which is great news. But if I can get out where I get it up to, don't I? Should have thought. Would only need to be here. Right, and then thresh that. Into one of those iron components. Let me just join this up so it can start. There. Okay. So that comes up, feeds into there. Oh, I probably could have just. That should then give me iron. Yes. Right, that's great. But then what I can also do, not that I really need it, is do that. So then it starts spitting them out if it's full. This produces the iron parts. Then take that. That then needs to be sugar and coolant. Sure. Yeah. And I can get the limestone. That's not, in fact, it might be easier. Yeah, if I put that there. That there. There. Put that into there. Down to here. Yep. Okay. That then produces that. Okay then. Oh no, out of assembler Mark 2s. That's not good. Relay circuits and electric motors. But relay circuits are over here. Electric motors are there, which is surprising. Again. Because, you know, I've got a few of them. That produces the cool. I just need to get the sand up here. Right. What was I going to use that for? Oh. Cooling, wasn't it? Mass producing the cooling. Crusher recipe. Beams. Assess my sand mixing. Diesel. Assess my powder and carbon powder bricks. Interesting. Yes, gearbox and says my coolant. Yes. Okay, so if I had another one of those, yeah. Because that, yeah. Because what? Yeah, it's a shiver thought though. Yeah, all of this needs to not be there. That's fine. That's... Oh yeah, cooling units. The processing unit, so then the next stopper for that, where are they coming from? Am I manually loading those up? I think I must be. Where am I getting them from? I don't know. Okay. Right, so while I work out how to do this, although saying that, I think we've probably got enough purples backed up here. No. Down, 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 down. Down on Victor. Yeah. I just need to put that in. There. Right. Put that in. Yeah. That'll produce 400 cooling systems. Here they come. So coming down, round. Yeah, that's a problem. Because they're all backed up now. There we go. You only take 6 anyway. Whereas you can be loaded up. And hopefully we should now start producing relay circuits a lot quicker. And I just need to go and get some pink research cores. That is a bit of a problem. Yeah, this is now backed up. Yeah. Bit of a problem with that, but it is what it is. And Victor. There we go, get a load of those pink research cores. Because we're producing loads of them, or we have got loads of them. Let's see. But I think I might be producing too much silverthorn extract. But I don't know what we do about that. Oh, it's the same as Kindlevine, but it seems to be a lot more. But for now, that's a problem for future Chris. For now, I'm gonna say thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.